Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, thank you everyone for your support and help. A big thumbs up for you guys. Today we are going to discuss and we are going to do some experiments on your email security. Those are three kind of things we are looking today. Those are DNS records called SPF, DKIM and DMARC. So in this case, we will be implementing all the three things in our mail domain. So before doing any experiment, let's understand the theory of these three concepts. First one is SPF. What is it and why we do use it? So this is a DNS record, this is a text record. Generally it is called Sender Policy Framework, which is an email authentication method that specifies the mail servers authorized to send email for your domain. It has some switches, as you can see, we have highlighted those here. You will understand the meaning of those switches. Next one is DKIM. It is called Domain Keys Identification Mail Standard. This is generally a mechanism which generates some keys in your email's headers, and these are matched with your DNS records. If you want to understand what is DKIM in single sentence, so DKIM is a mechanism which adds an encrypted signature to the header of outgoing emails. Next one is DMARC. You might have heard about DMARC. So DMARC is completely dependent on two DNS records. One is SPF, which we have seen earlier, and one is DKIM. So SPF and DKIM both are complementary with DMARC, and the main component of our email security is DMARC. So if you don't have DMARC policies enabled, you have no secure email infrastructure. So this is how DMARC works. This is a policy mechanism. This is an example. These are three policies you are able to see at the right hand side. You can pause the video and refer to this diagram. Let's see the next slide. These are three highlighted things: none, quarantine and reject are DMARC policies. Whatever policy you are setting, your email will be taken care on basis of your DMARC policies. We have a partner called SendGrid, which sends email on our behalf with our SMTP addresses. So this is the example of a mail flow which SendGrid sends an email to our customers. You can pause the video and refer the mail flow. Now let's turn to some practical things. In this scenario, our DNS provider is GoDaddy, and our mailboxes, or you can say our entire email infrastructure, is on Microsoft 365, or you can say Office 365. For our SPF, we have two scenarios. We have a plain SPF record, and our scenario 2 is we have modified SPF records. So just refer the colors. You have seen we have two partners sending email on our behalf with SMTP addresses. So which are those two partners? One is SendGrid, another is SurveyMonkey. And highlighted IPs, these green highlighted IPs are two office locations where we have some printers which are triggering the emails with our SMTP addresses. Whenever our employees are scanning anything, the printer triggers the email directly to the MX record. So we have allowed that mail flow here in our SPF, and it will be taken care by DMARC later. These are the DKIM keys generated by our Office 365, we need to add it in our GoDaddy DNS. At third record, it is our DMARC DNS record. It has a policy reject, it has a forensic enable one, and it will be sending all our reports to RUA and RUF, these mailboxes. We will let you know what is RUA and RUF is. So RUA is a place or a mailbox where your aggregate DMARC reports will be sent, and RUF is a place, a location, a mailbox where your forensic DMARC reports will be sent. So these reports are very helpful, useful to analyze whether your DMARC policy is treating any false email, and you can easily rectify those things after reading or after referring the reports. So let's go to our tenant and let's see if we have our records enabled or not, and if not, we will create each and every record, we will publish it in DNS, and we will configure in Office 365. Let's go. So we are on our admin center of Office 365, or you can say Microsoft 365. To start with the practical, we will first set up the SPF record for our tenant. We will go to settings, we will select domains, we will select our domain, our custom domain which we have added. It is showing possible service issues. Let's see. So if you will check the DNS records, you will find the SPF record is not properly set. So what we will do is, we will go to our domain provider, we will go to their DNS settings, and we will configure the records one by one. So now we are on our domain providers page, and we are currently in DNS management. Our domain provider is GoDaddy in this case, as we have mentioned earlier, and this is our domain. So I'll go down, I'll click on add, I'll select txt, select host @ and what you need to do is, you need to copy this one. So I can copy it and can paste it here. In our case, I can keep it like this. This is the default one which is they are showing. It is -all and it is ~all. So I'll keep it soft fail. They have mentioned it hard fail. And as I mentioned, I have some printers sending emails directly to the MX, and I have some partners sending email on behalf of us. So here's the one partner, SendGrid, and second partner is SurveyMonkey. I will copy this record for my reference, for my use. I will not use the default one. You can use the default one if you don't have multiple offices sending automated email to your MX record, if you don't have a partners, but I have it. In my case, I will copy it and I'll go back to DNS manager. I will paste the SPF record here. I will save it. Once it is saved, it takes some time. All right. Now let's try to refresh and check. So it is showing okay now. Earlier it was showing some errors. This is the example they are saying. We have the corrected record here. Are you able to see this? So SPF part is done. Now let's turn to DKIM. So to get the DKIM keys, you first need to check whether you have your domain added or not. It is added in our case, and it has to be added here itself in domains. Once it is added here, you will see it on this DKIM portal. By the way, this Exchange DKIM management is now retired. You can see here the new message in 2020. So what you need to do is you need to come to this URL. I will share the URL in description. Okay, you need to see it, the status. It is okay, it is on, it is also on, enabled. What you need to do is you need to open a PowerShell and connect to your Exchange management shell. So connect-exchange online, put enter, give all your credentials, the global admin credentials. In my case, I have already logged into the shell, so I will go back to that shell and run this command. I will share the command in description for your reference. You will get these two results. So what I will do is I will just copy it to the notepad. I have notepad and I have copied it already. Make sure you are putting host as I mentioned here in the notepad, and these keys we have copied from here, from PowerShell. So let's go to our DNS management page once again. Click on add, select the text record, host, it should be selector1 dot underscore domain key and your URL or your pointer, this one. Click save. Let's add second one also. So txt and save this one. So we have successfully added the DKIM record as well. Till now you have added SPF and DKIM. So this is our SPF, this is our DKIM. You can simply verify your SPF DNS record from MX Toolbox. Go to MX Toolbox, type in your domain, select SPF record lookup, and the SPF record which you have configured will appear. In this case we have added extra space, so what I'll do is I'll just go back and remove the extra spaces. It should be good now. It takes some time. And it shows the SPF version, first IP, second IP, your default include, your partners include, your other partners include, and your software. Are able to see this? So this is how you can verify it. All tests are green. MX record is a good tool to verify all your DNS records. So if I'll go to check the DMARC lookup, it shows no DMARC published. So let's go to publish the DMARC record. In our case, we have our DMARC record created. This is the simple steps you can follow. You just need to put this tag which is default. The P is for policy. You can put these tags as DMARC1. P is equal to reject. Reject is your policy, reject, quarantine and none. So I have selected the reject policy. Forensic report I have selected yes, and my aggregate report will be sent to these email addresses and my forensic report will be sent to these email addresses. So what I will do is I will create a DMARC record now in our GoDaddy DNS. Go back, select txt, select host underscore DMARC, text value, and save. So once it is saved, it will take some time, and after a few minutes we can refer our DNF records. So So this is the record which we have added. It appears here, and see all the tags and their values: version, policy, forensic reporting, aggregate report, and forensic report. These all checks are green now. You can refer MX Toolbox for all your DNS changes. It gives you a proper data. I am not showing you the DKIM lookup because MX Toolbox is not able to get the DKIM keys properly. So you can skip this part. So after following all the data from Notepad, what we have here is our SPF record, our domain key DKIM records, and our DMARC record with the proper policy. Now, after creating all these 3 DNS records, your email infra should be functional with all the incoming and outgoing email flow. These are the 3 links we are giving in the description. You can do some more homework, some more research on your needs, based on your needs, and you can configure your own record. Please read these 6 points. These are the challenges sometimes people face. Make sure you are doing enough homework to avoid these challenges. Again, thanks for your support. I hope you like this video. If you like, please hit the like button. If you want more information videos, please hit the subscribe button. If you think I have missed any of the information or you have any questions, please comment below. We will be answering all your questions, and if any other help is required, please let us know in the comment and suggest us next time on which topic you need a video. Thank you so much. Keep watching. Bye bye.